They are heavy. This is my first book haul of the year, and let's go through all the books that I got. Quite a bit, huh? Hello everyone, this is Amrita Bodake and welcome to my channel. If you've been following recently, you know I've been reading Onyx Storm, and to honor that, I bought the second book in this series because this is the one I was supposed to be reading before Onyx Storm came out, but the shipment for this was delayed and I got it after the book came out. I have to go back and reread this after I'm done with Onyx Storm to see if I have any other theories or any unanswered questions, and I already have quite a few. I'm quite excited to add this book to my collection because I'm not buying books that I just want to read. I am only buying physical books that I already know I like. There are some exceptions to this rule, but most of them that I'm buying, I have already read the ebooks of those particular books, and I want to have a certain physical copy of that book. So I'm quite excited to add this to my collection. The second book is one of my most favorite books of last year, and that is this book from the ACOTAR series, A Court of Mist and Fury. I absolutely adore this book, and I will be very honest, I like this more than the first book in ACOTAR, and I don't know if you feel the same, let me know in the comments below, but this is one of the books that I loved how it is written. It was so magical and so beautifully written and is absolutely one of my favorite books. So I wanted to start with this one rather than the first book of the ACOTAR series. The next one is another favorite in the BookTube, BookTok community because people adore this, and that is the Throne of Glass series. I have mixed feelings about this, although I did enjoy the Throne of Glass quite a bit. I didn't enjoy it as much as the ACOTAR series. I do like it though, and I wanted to start with the first book, which is the Throne of Glass series. My favorite book in this series is The Kingdom of Ash, and oh my gosh, the feelings I have felt with that book. I think I need to create a video that talks just about this series. There's so much to talk about it. And please don't come for me in the comments because I do like this less than the ACOTAR series. Yeah, I just love the characters in the ACOTAR series so much more than this series. And I think it might be because I like Aileen less than I like Feyre. I just don't like her character as much. I don't like the fact that they cannot figure out what they want to call her. Her name keeps changing, her powers keep changing. I have a lot of problems with that. But there are characters who I absolutely love in this book, and I love Maven and I love Dorian. I love Dorian's character. There are things I like about it. So I wanted to start with this one. A new book for me. I wanted to start this series. People have been talking about this book quite a bit on BookTok, and I haven't read the entire series, so I thought might as well start with the first book in this series. So I'm excited to dive into this because so many people love this series and it looks good. I can't wait to read this on my this month's TBR. The next book is Check-in Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I love this book so much. It is a YA book based on a girl who is a chess prodigy, and she has given up the game, but she enters a competition and then wins against one of the biggest players in chess. And he's the current world champion and a little bit of a bad boy in chess. It is an adorable book. I loved it. And if you liked Queen's Gambit, it kind of gives a little bit of Queen Gambit vibes, but more for YA. It was a really enjoyable read. I love Ali Hazelwood. I know people have mixed feelings about her, but I love her work and I have always enjoyed all her books. And this one is my favorite, and I wanted to add it to my shelf. Okay, this book is new to me, and I have watched the Shadow and Bone show, but I had not read The Six of Crows and The Crooked Kingdom. So I wanted to start reading these books, and when I found this book at a really good deal. I was really excited to pick this up. Abby Jimenez is one of my favorite writers from last year. I discovered her books and I really love the way she writes her characters. They are so complex, but they are so relatable. I feel like we find ourselves so much and see ourselves so much in them, even though they are just going through this crazy difficult time, but it's just beautifully written. The stories really touch your heart. And this whole series is amazing. I love this series. This was the last book, I think, in this series. I think it was a trilogy. And it was fun to read. Although at times I didn't like Emma's character as much, I did like Justin quite a bit. And I felt so bad for both of them at times, but the love story and the romance is just beautifully written. So I definitely loved this. Kennedy Ryan is one of my favorite authors. I love her books, and this entire series is one of my favorite series from her. I love her books that have come out recently, but this is an old series. I think this first came out, what year did this come out? 2019, I think? Yeah, I think 2019. It was self-published by her initially, and then it was picked up by a publisher and published in the paperback format. And I love it so much. I love these two characters. Maxim and Lennox are beautiful characters. They're so crazy complex. I love Lennox. I absolutely adore her character and the way she has stood up for everything that is important for her is just amazing. She is a heck of a FMC. I love this. So this is the first book. I think it's the first book in the series, right? Yeah, this is the first book in the series. The next book in this series is The Rebels King, and the last one is The Queen's Move. And you won't be able to put these down. They read quickly and they're not that big. I mean, compared to the fantasy books, it's not that big a book, but very, very enjoyable, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, this is a new one for me. She has won a lot of awards, and this book has also won a lot of awards and recognitions. So I wanted to pick this up. This is not one of my usual books that I would read, so I wanted to get this and see if I liked it. And we'll see. I'll let you know how I find it. Okay, there are two reasons I bought this book. One is the cover. I mean, look at how beautiful it is. I love the cover. It is gorgeous, especially with all the florals and me and florals. I had to get it. But I also had heard a lot of good things about this book, and I really wanted to get into it because of the beautiful words. It's so beautifully said. In every woman, there are many stories. These are roses. A what-if novel with a brilliant original structure. The 9 Lives of Rose Napolitano is destined to drive women's conversations as they debate Rose's choices. This is a stunning story about love, loss, betrayal, divorce, death, a woman's career and her identity, and about finding one's way into a future that wasn't the future one planned, and the ways the fate intercedes when we least expect it. It will have women talking deeply about not just motherhood, but who they are and who they want to become. Oh, yeah, I'm excited to dive into this one. But this is my haul for this month. And I am excited to dive into the new books that I have gotten and reread all the old favorites that I have in physical book format, because I have become so much of an e-reader now that I rarely read physical books. And I wanted to buy some of my favorite books to start putting them on the shelf so I can just pick them up and read them on certain nights. This is my book haul for this month. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any favorites in the comments down below, because I want to add more books to my TBR for the upcoming months. And if you have favorites that you absolutely swear by, make sure you add those recommendations for me in the comments below. Also, if you're new to Romantasy, I have created my favorite book list and you can check it out right here.